Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's 3D the Rap Star, aka is the Benz Man. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram at It's the Benz Man. That's ITSTHEBENZMAN. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about this right here. That exhaust system, that aftermarket. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now. So one of the bad things, if you are a CL550 lover and you like your car quiet, listen to this. This is at idle. Then it's not really for you, because at idle you can hear it. But before we do that, and before we talk about everything, guys, you know what we gotta do. You know what we gotta do, guys. Let's get some angles. So let's go ahead and talk about the exhaust system, guys. There are so many pros and cons to it. And before I get into this video, I do want to shout out my boy Castro215 on Instagram. That's his Instagram right there on the screen. Shout him out. He's selling his 2011 CL63 AMG. He's selling that AMG. If he haven't sold it already, guys, you guys can hit him up. It's a 2011. Great car. Hit him up. Shout out Castro. So, there's so many pros and cons to getting exhaust, guys. I didn't even think to get exhaust. I never really wanted exhaust because I didn't know about. I'm just not an exhaust guy. I'm an exhaust guy, meaning I like the sound and everything, but the part I'm talking about is when you actually start to modify the car. Meaning that I never knew nothing about exhaust. Would it pass smog? Would it do this? Would it do that? So I gotta shout out my bro. I gotta shout out my bro on that one. His Instagram is on the screen. Big shout out. He actually is the reason why I did it. So let me tell you guys a little something about the CL. It's a little windy. Excuse the wind noise. Let me show you guys, or let me tell you guys a little bit why I did it. So first of all, I didn't want to do it, and he did the resonator delete on his 63. And I was like, ooh, that sounds mean. That sounds way more mean. So guys, I said this in another video. I'm gonna state it again. The CL550, well, this year does not have a resonator. And also I want to say, guys, if you have a 2011 and up 550, yours probably won't. You probably got to get something aggressive, because the turbos are a little more quiet than the natural sound. And so, guys, I'm gonna bring up some of the cons first. And the reason why the cons, this is just for me. I don't know if you guys do this too, but when you're looking online, when you look up an E63, a CL63, and you look at the reviews, the pros are first, but me personally, I go right to the cons. I go right to the cons because I want to see what's bad about it. Sometimes it's nothing bad as, oh, the command unit is too confused or no leg room in the back, which is all true, but to me, the good outweighs the bad on these cars. So let's talk about it, guys. So you will hear a little drone sound, meaning this right here. So inside the car with the windows up, listen, guys, you can hear the exhaust like a drone sound. It's not a lot, but so say I'm talking to you guys. So like I am now, like say I'm talking to you guys, like you can hear the exhaust, but it sounds real beastie, you know, no problem here. It sounds beastie. Guys, would you want a CL? When I first got the car, I had to get used to it again. Reason being, I had to get used to it again because I heard the sound in the background and I wasn't used to that. I was used to it being just totally quiet, like totally no noise, like nothing at all. So guys, would you want to get used to that? Would you want to get used to, just ask yourself, guys, that question, like, would you want to get used to that? And can you get used to hearing the sound now in your quiet as butter CL550 is? So when you do get that exhaust, guys, keep in mind that it might sound, you know, like a 63. Mine's actually sound a little louder than a 63. It got like a howl. It got aggressive. You know, the 63, you really hear it when you get on it. But unless you do aftermarket to the 63. But this one's more like in low gears, you give it a tap and you can hear it. It moves, it goes. And so I hope I gave you guys a rundown on stuff so far that you're likely not gonna like. It's gonna sound louder when you start it up. It's gonna have some drone sound in the car, but not bad. I normally play music anyway, so it doesn't affect me. Like, I don't hear it. I'm playing music, I don't really hear it, but I notice if it's down and you're on the freeway and you're talking to someone in the car the whole trip, you will hear the exhaust, guys. And so the good thing about it, the pros, it sounds beastier when you get in a tunnel, when you're next to people, everyone look. And I did mine because it's a 550 and I figure it's a V8 engine anyway, so why wouldn't you do it? It's like, why not? But those are just some of the things, are the little pros and cons that before you do it, you gotta ask yourself that. Being it has no resonator, let's talk about that a little bit more because I brought it up but didn't really speak on it. So it doesn't have no resonator. I can't talk once again. It doesn't have a resonator. So what that means is, guys, you have to get a muffler swap. And I always recommend you keeping your factory tips like I did. But just note, when they take it off to swap out your mufflers, they're gonna, when they put it back on, they're gonna try their hardest to get it back perfect, the back factory way you had it. If you notice, they are stick out a little bit more, and that's just due to them got to get that correct position back, and that's so hard to do. And basically, guys, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. So on the CL, guys, what's basically is restricting our sound is what I just showed you, is the fact that those mufflers that they have in there are so big. It's on purpose. So basically they're so big that they block all the airflow. This car is a V8. It naturally sounds good. It naturally sounds beastie. So that's one of the things, guys, to consider when doing it. I would do it too because, guys, it brings out the howl, and it doesn't even really sound like a 63. It sounds like its own car. It sounds exotic. It sounds mean. And I'll get on it on the inside and let you guys hear it, but I do have a muffler delete video for you guys that I made already. And it's like another bad thing. Like, if you're just used to, you know, the CL being just so quiet and so innocent, and the 63 being so bad boy, then this is not for you guys. Then stick with the factory. It's not just gonna be a little bit louder, like, oh, a little, oh, I like it, but a little louder. It's gonna be not too bad. It's not gonna be like Camaro or Mustang or just too over the top. It's gonna give it a nice growl, but you're gonna notice it. And another thing, guys, I almost forgot. So when the car is downshifting now on the freeway, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel all the shifts due to changing these mufflers out. It's not gonna feel the same. It's not gonna feel regular. To me, it's hardly noticeable. So guys, I wouldn't panic over it that much, but when you're going, guys, you can feel the gears more being so those exhaust. But it just sounds too good to not do it. So when you get to the inside and you step on it, it's just, and that's windows up, guys. You might need your earphones. You may need something a stereo to amplify that sound so you can really feel the real growl. I'm gonna roll the windows down a little bit and then let you guys hear it again. So this is the windows all the way down. And that's just me lightly tapping it. You know, if you give it more gas, it'll, whoa, whoa. That's that power. You know, if you want to take a corner, the best part I like, take a corner, is just, woo. That's what I really like about it. And remember, guys, that this is a big body, so you don't want to race. You just want it there because you know this is a V8 car. You just want it there for that growl, you just want it there to growl. That's all you want it for. You know, a lot of people do hear it and try to race you. I actually have some people get scared and back down because they hear it, which is crazy. And no, I'm not from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago, though. The hat is just, I'm getting off work, so if I look a little not matched or whatever, I'm getting off work, guys. But I had to bring bring this because it's open road where I'm from, or where I'm at, excuse me. And another thing, guys, I wanted to talk about was the price. So the price varies maybe from like $180 to $300 depending on what you get, you know, what brand you get. So always on the Mercedes, keep your factory tips. I kept my factory, you know, the factory tips. But I'm sorry, guys, I don't know the name. So if you comment, you know, what kind of mufflers did I get? All I know is, and I remember, is that they're 1 chambers, but I don't remember the brand. But a lot of people, what is popular for Mercedes, if you just are new to it or don't know anything about what brand to pick or what you should ask for, I heard Borla is pretty good. Some people like flows. I don't really care for flows on a Mercedes just because it's a Mercedes. You want it still to have that exotic growl. It just give it more loudness than growl to me. So I just went with 1 chambers, but I don't remember the brand that I went with, guys. But that's a little bit of something you should know. You know, it's not that much. You know, it's user friendly to your pockets if you want just a quick, you know, something upgrade. But always ask to keep your factory tips, and they're going to try to align it the best way they can. So don't get mad, guys, if it's aligned, but you know, it looks like, see, mine stick out a little bit more, but I actually like that look. It looked more beastier like that. It looks more, you know, meatier. It looks more, you know, the pipes just look more aggressive. They stand out a little bit more. But I can't emphasize enough, guys, that downshifting, guys, you will hear it. So you will hear a little drone and you will hear that downshifting. But if you're used to a really quiet Mercedes, I'll say it again, you know, don't do it to your 550. And I don't, you know, get mad. You know, leave in the comments, guys, what you guys think. You know, if you leave it the way it is, you know, some people don't like, you know, the red wheels. They just conservative, and you can't go wrong with that, guys. We all are different and we all have opinions. But I'm gonna tell you now, if you're looking for it, like you think it's just gonna make it a little louder, which it is, you're gonna feel a difference inside too, like if you really get on it and downshift. So that's what I will tell you to just be aware about. But other than that, it's pretty good. And guys, I know sometimes ever since I got that satin pearl white on the camera, it almost looked just like a blob of white or blurry, but you can see the satin in it, especially right here. But it makes the car look, you just have to see it in person, really. Because on the camera, it just make it look so like bright and so like out there and sketchy looking because of the way the camera's picking it up. But until then, guys, signing off. Glad you liked it. Another video. Make sure you subscribe for next week's episode. And have more episodes to come. Thanks for watching. Signing off. Benz Man.